Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions are utopian. The sky is blue and the players are with us for a football match so widely and keenly anticipated. Truly, this is pristine, and the level of expectation and excitement is reflected in the smiling faces of the crowd. They know it means so much, and they also experience between them a great sense of privilege at being able to attend this most special of games. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. And as you can see, we've already started here. Forward it goes. Guangzhou were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Khedira tries to get it forward quickly. And here's Benteke, battles to win it back. He's played him through, shapes to shoot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Hoists it forward. Lampard. Look, Lampard! That's a half-decent try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Just brushed off the ball there. Benteke. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Keeper sends it forward. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Gervinho. He's got through. Promising move that, good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. Has a pop! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
It's Hulk. Hulk tried to play it through.
Was too timid to make it through the defence. It'll be noted and improved upon, I'm sure.
Cuts it out. Keeper's got good distance on that. Was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Hulk. And that's been won straight back. Lampard. And here's Benteke. And here's Hulk. It's on a plate. Has a shot! Loses his balance and loses the ball. And it's played forward. And he's made sure that that won't get through. Benteke goes for goal! It's in! And Guangzhou are in front.
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Guangzhou get themselves into the lead.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Benteke plays it out to the wing. He's had a go! A real chance and a real let-off.
Guangzhou Evergrande were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
Lampard driving on now. What can they conjure from here? It's come loose. Cut out in the nick of time. It's gone out for a throw-in. Drilled in low.
That's a case of crossing in hope, and unless they provide some more options, it'll be more missed than hit.
And it's Lampard. Now it's Gervinho. It's Gervinho! Away from immediate danger. Now it's Hulk. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Hardly anything between the sides. And it's 1-0. Hoists it forward. Gets wrestled off the ball. Lampard. A real chance to break. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Looking to hit the front line.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Looking for space out wide. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And it's been taken straight back. Forward it goes. Lampard set up one goal so far. Benteke. Gervinho. And he's Gervinho! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Gervinho just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Finds him. Whistle's gone, that's foul. It's a loose ball. That is going to be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain the momentum now.
And Hulk! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Gets away from his opponents. He gets past his man. Into the middle. Out to the left it goes. Gets his foot in there. Hulk. Now it's Benteke. He's played him through. Coutinho is flagged offside. Guangzhou won emphatically last time. Morale is high for this one. And here's Kadira.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Gets it upfield. Going for goal! They've scored! They are right back in business. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
That's a hit! And that's caused a worry or two.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Lampard is demonstrably the team's best dribbler. Now it's Benteke. And it's Lampard. And here's Benteke. Hulk. Hoists it forward. More than happy to take the muscular approach. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Keeper sends it forward. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Hulk. Now the counter. Lampard. It's a great ball. Gervinho opts to play it back, and it's played forward. Breaks on here. Gets into a dangerous position. Oh, good interception. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Tries to get it forward quickly.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Defenders on the back foot. Going through. Hulk. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's got a great leap. Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Hulk. And here's Lampard. Lampard! And the follow-up. No mistake. Into the lead once more. Kadira did well there. He was onto it in a trice.
That's just great play, Peter. A textbook example for any wannabe footballers out there on positioning and movement.
Guangzhou go into the lead.
Oh, this is fully deserved for me because they've shown great heart and spirit. It's there to win from here, or dare I say, throw it away now. Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Oh, real danger here. Lampard. Chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, on another occasion, all that went wrong may come right.
Is there any support? He might not need it.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Gets it back. Gervinho got a size of big chance. It's there. And this is getting better and better. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Yeah, looks very much like the final nail in the coffin for me, I have to say.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Done very well to intervene. He's there to receive it. In for a hefty challenge. Played towards the front men. Kadira. Now it's Benteke. Lampard. Gervinho gets the better of his man. Chance! Has a go! They are rampant! And they are pulling clear here.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
It's starting to look... And that's that. Guangzhou were irresistible here. Dominant, utterly ruthless. Only ever one result. A comfortable win. How would you sum up what we've...
Yo! Yo! So in this tutorial, I'm going to help you determine the best NVIDIA control panel settings for your setup. I've done a huge amount of research on every single setting in the control panel, so I'm going to be very descriptive about what I'm doing. Unlike some people on YouTube who don't explain the settings or even bother to show examples of different results because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's a lot of misinformation out there and little explanation, so hopefully after watching this video, you'll Yo! So in this tutorial, I'm going to help you determine the best NVIDIA control panel settings for your setup. I've done a huge amount of research on every single setting in the control panel, so I'm going to be very descriptive about what I'm doing. Unlike some people on YouTube who don't explain the settings or even bother to show examples of different results because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. There's a lot of misinformation out there and little explanation, so hopefully after watching this video, you'll have a better understanding of what the settings do in general. Since some monkeys out there will probably say, "But I don't want to learn, just tell me how to do it. This tutorial is so long, I have a misshaped head." My next upload will be a monkey edition of this tutorial, but for people who actually want to know what they're doing and why, watch this. We won't go through every single setting in this video, just the important ones which can be found in the Manage 3D Settings area. But Alex, why would I want to change these settings? Can't I load GeForce Experience and click one button to let the program optimize my games like a noob? The reason you'd want to optimize the NVIDIA control panel is because it gives you more control over performance and image quality in games. So once you've found the sweet spot in the NVIDIA control panel, you can apply the settings globally. So for every program and game on your computer. Alright, let's get started today. If you already have NVIDIA control panel, right click anywhere on your desktop and open it. If you don't have it, one wonders why the hell you're even looking at this tutorial in the first place. To get it, press the Windows key, right in Store, NVIDIA Control. Yeah, there it is. And download that shit. If your NVIDIA control panel is missing or it won't install no matter what you do, this is probably your computer trying to tell you that you suck. I'll put a link in my description which will help you troubleshoot the problem. So as you can see here, you can't get the control panel from NVIDIA's site anymore. It's only available on the Windows Store. So anyone directing you to NVIDIA's website to install the control panel is a dumb motherfucker. If you go through these troubleshooting steps and still can't fix the problem, feel free to hassle me in the comments about it, and I'll make a tutorial to help you with it. The point of this tutorial is just to show you the very sexy setting today. Alright, so load the NVIDIA control panel. You should see this screen once it loads. God damn it. If you click on My Preference Emphasizing, it will apply these settings globally, depending on whether you prefer performance, balance, or quality. We, on the other hand, we are super cool. We want complete customization, so click on Use the Advanced 3D Image Settings instead. We're going to go down to Manage 3D Setting today. Here's the most recent addition to the NVIDIA control panel, image sharpening. So the concept is you can downscale the resolution of games. So for example, you can make it like 720p. I've got a 1080p monitor, right? So you can make it 720p and then you can sharpen the image, which makes it look like 1080p, which is a crock of shit. To show you an example of how fucking useless this setting is, I'm gonna boot up Detroit Become Human and show you. So let's see what it looks like at 720p. Keep in mind, absolutely nothing is happening aside from image sharpening. So no special, RTX features, whatever. I've noticed having it on also slightly decreases performance. Now we've turned all this shit off and put it back to our monitor's native resolution. Right off the bat, looks like my screen just had laser eye surgery. I'll show a side-by-side comparison in a sec, but I'm pretty sure that you can see which is better. Wow, that's so good. Whoa. Gobblegoat, motherfucker. If you want to use image sharpening with your monitor's native resolution, which I think is a better way to use it, I'd recommend installing NVIDIA GeForce Experience and heading over to Game Filters to add in a sharpen preset. You'll only be able to add filters to compatible games, which will always be AAA games. If you want to watch a tutorial about how to install and use NVIDIA GeForce Experience, including some really cool tweaks for the best recording quality, plugging my old video, the card will pop out in the corner, linking you to my most recent video on it. There are actually some really cool filters in NVIDIA GeForce Experience. You can even make a game look like you're playing on console, as you can see now. Research has found if you own a console, you probably only have one testicle, but it's fine, bro. Everyone is accepted on this channel. Anyway, in my experience, the game filters have no effect on performance, so those of you playing games on a toaster should be fine. So in conclusion, turn on image sharpening in the NVIDIA control panel and enable GPU scaling if dumb as fuck. We're just gonna leave this shit off. So let's talk about ambient occlusion. What it does is it generates more realistic shadows in games. However, I recommend you leave this off under global settings. The first reason you should leave it off is because turning it on can noticeably reduce your performance in games. The second reason, if you use NVIDIA control panel to force realistic shadows in games that weren't designed to have them, this can actually cause the shadows to glitch. So if the game that you're playing has an ambient occlusion option, turn it on in the game rather than forcing it using the NVIDIA control panel for better results. Now, onto anisotropic filtering. What this does is it makes surfaces in games appear clearer and more detailed. So the higher you raise the level of anisotropic filtering, the better surfaces will look. So I recommend you change this to 16 times because of the noticeable improvement in image quality you'll see in all games. On most systems, turning this up to the highest level will have an extremely small impact on performance. So the benefits definitely outweigh the disadvantages. Be aware though that if you decide to make this setting global, you have to turn off anisotropic filtering in the game itself if it has it, because having it on in the NVIDIA control panel and the game could cause conflicts. But for games that don't have an option for anisotropic filtering, the NVIDIA control panel will make the surfaces look the very sexy one today. Alright, so now you come to a bunch of anti-aliasing options. Anti-aliasing is good because it smooths the appearance of jagged edges. You're probably thinking, hell yeah, turn all this shit on, right? Wrong, don't do that. All of these anti-aliasing methods affects your computer's performance in a number of ways. For example, FXAA, which is short for Fast Approximate Anti-Aliasing, you'll be tested on all this shit after, reduces jaggedness of every line you can see, even foliage, and also slightly blurs the image. Not all games support FXAA, and it's one of the worst anti-aliasing settings, so keep this bitch off unless you like console peasant poor person type anti-aliasing. The setting also affects things outside of games if you force this setting on, so keep it the hell off. Alright, now we arrive at probably the most useless setting in the control panel, gamma correction. Its function is to show edges that have anti-aliasing applied at an appropriate level of contrast. I say it's useless because pretty much all games now have been appropriately adjusted for gamma, so even though turning this on will not affect your performance in any way, it's about as useful as a condom machine in the Vatican to keep this bitch off. Alrighty, so in this anti-aliasing area, you'll see 4 different options to choose from. NVIDIA has already got you covered because the default should be on application controlled, which is actually the best option to avoid anti-aliasing render conflicts in games by otherwise forcing it, so leave it as it is. Since we're setting this as application controlled, this will be blanked out, so yeah, yes, moving on. Leave this setting off too for the same reasons I've mentioned above. Forcing it will most likely give you compatibility conflicts in games, and having this particular setting on will more likely mess with your game's performance. CUDA, or Compute Unified Device Architecture for all you nerds out there, is software developed by NVIDIA that uses AI to determine how your GPU will be used to get the best possible performance, which ends up improving performance in games and programs overall. Some I can think of that use CUDA is Adobe Premiere, used to render this video, and OBS, so leave this on all for optimal performance. Alright, we're at the halfway mark of this tutorial, and I bet some of you are like, blah blah blah, just tell me the settings, so I don't have to think about it. Here are all the notes I wrote out myself about each setting after reading a bunch of different sites to give you guys the best information out there, so you better sit down and listen, you unappreciative little fuck. Anyway, DSR factors. I said earlier, if you enable anti-aliasing in games that don't support it, you could create graphical conflicts. DSR, or Dynamic Super Resolution, will work with with all games if you feel like experimenting with it, but I'd only recommend turning it on if you're a rich boy and have an extremely powerful computer. If you tick all of these boxes, it allows you to render some AAA games like GTA 5 in a resolution beyond your screen resolution. So how it does this is it basically downsamples higher resolutions so they can be displayed on your monitor. So if I chose this, I'd have downsampled 4K on my 1080p monitor. The higher the resolution, the higher the performance impact, which is why I recommend just leaving it off. If you think your PC is powerful enough and you want to experiment with this setting, after turning it on, you'll notice that it improves the clarity of shadows, textures, and shaders. If you're a poor person like me, you don't need to worry about DSR smoothness because you'll have this turned off, which means this will be blanked out. If you have DSR factors turned on though, feel free to use this to mess around with the smoothness. Only DSR factors will affect your computer's performance. DSR smoothness won't. So I've heard putting the slider on 20% is actually a good setting. So yes, put it on 20% today. Research has found that if you own a console, you're probably likely to take less than 2 showers in any given month. Have some fun, put the slider on 100% if you want to experience the correct level of blurriness that console peasants on their poor person TVs experience. Otherwise, leave this slider around or under the 20% mark. I am a poor motherfucker, so I'm gonna turn all this shit off today. Alright, there used to be a setting called maximum pre-rendered frames. I think they renamed that to low latency mode. This setting controls the maximum number of frames your CPU will prepare in advance before being rendered by your GPU. So if I were you, I would just keep this off because messing around with this setting will increase your input latency if it's anything like maximum pre-rendered frames. If you already have shit ping while playing online games, the last thing you'd want to experience is mouse or keyboard input lag. So skip past this setting because no one gives a fuck about it. Moving on. Alright, so max frame rate, I'm gonna keep this off because I have a 60 Hz monitor. I'll explain why I'm leaving this off when I come down to talk about a vertical sync. Multi-frame sampled AA. This is another method of anti-aliasing which was designed to provide you with anti-aliasing similar to MSAA, but at little to no cost to performance, unlike previous anti-aliasing methods I've talked about so far. If you make this a global setting, it will only come into effect in games that support it rather than forcing it everywhere and perhaps causing conflicts. Since it won't affect your performance, plus the other advantages, I recommend turning this on. Okay, so OpenGL rendering GPU. If you have more than one GPU, it'll probably show up here. Useless setting for me. I'm a poor person, only have one. Let's talk about power management modes. From what I've found, optimal power saves power by reusing pre-rendered frames if nothing is actually happening on your screen. So if you leave your computer on your desktop for a bit to call your friend to tell them how much console gamers suck ass, your computer will be reusing pre-rendered frames because nothing new is happening on the screen. This is the best setting for reducing GPU temperatures. Adaptive will also reduce your clock speeds to save power and reduce your GPU's temperatures if you're playing a game that has a lower load on the GPU. However, I've read that playing old games on the adaptive setting can result in frame rate stuttering and bad performance. So out of these two settings, I'd recommend the optimal power setting. If you choose maximum performance, you'll run all games and 3D applications using the GPU's maximum clock speed at all times. Some monkeys who don't know shit about power management modes would recommend this setting, but a little research goes a long way, especially if you contact Nvidia themselves like I did through their live chat. The very helpful person I spoke to suggested to only use the maximum performance setting when any performance issues are experienced, such as freezing, low FPS, etc. They said if everything is running fine, there's no need to set it to prefer maximum performance. They also said having it on max performance will cause higher power consumption, and even though it sounds like it might give better performance, all it does is waste power during undemanding tasks. While in demanding tasks, it will perform identically with optimal. Optimal power will let the GPU work less when its full power is not needed, while still giving 100% when you're playing your daily dose of vidya. Optimal is what you want to use. So there you have it. Don't listen to those stupid motherfucker telling you to set it to prefer maximum performance. Be sure to thank any monkeys recommending you to be on max performance for your higher electricity bill. Alright, shader cache. The shader cache stores compiled shader files on your hard drive to speed up loading times, reduce stuttering, and improve your performance in games. Therefore, I recommend turning shader cache on if it isn't already. Remember earlier when we spoke about anisotropic filtering and how it's the highest quality texture filtering method? Anisotropic sample optimization attempts to reduce the performance impact anisotropic filtering has on your PC. If you have a lower end PC, and I mean an absolutely fucking terrible PC, having this on may give you noticeably faster performance, but on medium to higher end PCs, you're not likely to notice any difference in performance whatsoever. Check out these pictures of ASO turned off and on. See the difference? Yeah, I can't either. Turn that shit off. Alright, so I'm gonna skip these next two settings. Trilinear. Fuck. How to say? I can never say this right.
Trilinear.
Yeah, trilinear. Fuck. God damn it, I can never say that shit. Trilinear optimization is usually combined with anisotropic filtering to give you a higher quality picture. Sounds awesome, right? Oh my god. Wrong! Let's look at a couple of pictures showing the difference between it being turned off and on with 16 times anisotropic filtering. As you can see, there's no fucking difference, so thanks for wasting my time. Turn that shit off too. So now we've learned how aids these settings are, let's talk about the texture filtering quality settings, because depending on which option you choose, it will have an effect on anisotropic sample optimization as well as trilinear optimization. So the settings speak for themselves. If you choose high performance, ASO and trilinear optimization will be set to on. If you choose performance, both of them will also be turned on, which is why it's pointless even having more than one performance option, but whatever, what do I know? If you set it to quality, ASO will be turned off, trilinear optimization will be turned on. The police are coming for me. So if you choose high quality, anisotropic sample optimization will be turned off. Trilinear optimization, as you can see, will be turned on. Since I recommended to you earlier that you turn off ASO and trilinear optimization, and you better have goddamn done it, choose quality and then it'll let you turn these trash settings off. I haven't forgotten about this setting. LOD stands for level of detail, and this setting basically sharpens details on textures. So you probably noticed, if you walk closer to walls in games, not real life, well maybe if you have bad eyesight, the resolution on the wall gets higher, and if you move away, they get lower. This is basically what this setting affects. If you use this setting to try to improve the resolution quality of textures that are further away from you, you could end up with shimmering textures. The reason why I recommend you set anisotropic filtering to 16 times is that it improves texture detail, and since there's no shimmering and the performance impact is minor, it's a way better option setting this at 16 times than messing with negative level of detail bias. So as you'll see, if you're using the default settings, the video would have this on allow. In most of the games available now though, you can't even force this feature to work. Therefore, it's another useless setting. Clamp this shit like I clamp your waifu's nips. If you aren't still using your single core desktop computer from the 90s, threaded optimization offloads GPU processing tasks to separate threads of your multi-core hyper-threaded CPU cores to improve performance. I recommend letting the driver decide where threaded optimization should be used, because if you play some really old games, having this feature always on can cause problems, so set it to auto if it isn't already. Here we are at triple buffering. Holy shit, almost finished. When the GPU normally renders, it stores 2 frames of graphics in the video RAM. So this is also known as double buffering. What they found was that if your frame rate falls below the refresh rate, the GPU could become idle while it waits for the next refresh cycle, which would basically screw up your performance by up to 50%, which is why they introduced triple buffering, because it aims to stop the GPU becoming idle by adding 1 extra frame to the process. Even though this sounds good, it basically only works in OpenGL games, not DirectX games. Since all games pretty much use DirectX now, which has its own internal frame buffering and therefore doesn't need this option, having this setting on can break the internal buffer management in DirectX games. So I recommend keeping this setting off. Alright, vertical sync. VSync is the synchronization of your GPU with your monitor's refresh rate. For example, if you're a poor person like me and you only have a 60Hz monitor, this means that your monitor is only capable of displaying up to 60 frames per second. So if you're playing games beyond 60 frames per second, you'll start to notice screen tearing. When you turn VSync on, it will limit your FPS to your monitor's refresh rate. However, I don't recommend turning VSync on globally, even if you have a 60Hz monitor, because this can cause significant performance drops in games that don't reach 60 FPS. Frame rates may be less consistent with VSync enabled, and there could also be noticeable input lag. So I recommend selecting use the 3D application setting, which is what it's already on. If you notice screen tearing in games, turn on VSync in the game itself when it happens, rather than using the NVIDIA control panel. If you're a rich boy and have a G-Sync 360Hz monitor or whatever, I personally hope it explodes the next time you turn on your computer. If you have a G-Sync monitor, it will automatically synchronize your monitor's refresh rate with your graphics card without the need for this shit. So in conclusion, I hate you if you have a G-Sync monitor. I already know this tutorial is long as hell, and and since not everybody has VR, I think I'll just leave these two settings. Number one, researching all the other settings took a lot of time. Number two, I can't be screwed. I'll probably talk about them in the next video, which again will be the monkey version of this tutorial. Say do this, apply, etc. Won't explain shit. I hope these settings helped. I hope you notice a huge improvement. I hope you have a very good one today.
Good morning, 47. Your destination is the coastal town of Sapienza, also known as the Jewel of the Amalfi Coast. Your target is a former client of ours, Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project, a DNA-specific virus able to infect anyone, anywhere in the world. Imagine a bullet, fired in any direction, passing through countless bodies without inflicting harm, invisible and undetectable until it strikes its target. A world of armchair assassins killing with impunity. This is what awaits us, unless Caruso is stopped. Our client, one of Ether's major private stockholders, wants the project cancelled on ethical grounds, but without destroying the company in the process. She has asked us to eliminate Silvio Caruso and destroy the yet unfinished virus prototype. You will also need to deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level Ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47. Caruso's virus is a serious threat to our craft and trade, not to mention our core ideals. So failure is not an option. I'll leave you to prepare. Welcome to Sapienza, 47. Silvio Caruso's family home is right across the square. The bioengineer suffers from acute travel phobia, so the Ether Corporation has installed a state-of-the-art field laboratory somewhere below ground. Expect security levels to rise as you get closer to the virus. Good luck, 47.
Excuse you?
What the hell are you doing? Stop strangling that person!
No, don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Somebody!
Not knock anyone else.
Don't
We
start
got
a
a snake in the bush!
boy, get your butt into gear or you'll be late.
Relax. It's all good. Just gotta put some pants on.
Don't give me that grief, Rocco.
I wanted to
Get your pants on and act like a big boy, or you could get us both into trouble with Chef Marcello.
Whatever. Got that? Like, you want to wait on that weirdo Caruso for the rest of your life?
Sir, would you please walk away from here? I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All this here is just temporary.
You are impossible, you know that? That weirdo happens to be our boss. Now show some respect and get your ass in gear. Pronto, it's lunchtime.
Okay. Just don't get it.
Chef Marcello Ray has hired a new kitchen hand by recommendation, and the two have yet to meet. Could be a convenient way to infiltrate the mansion. FYI, according to our research, Chef Marcello has been trying to replicate Isabella Caruso's famous home cooking, but Silvio Caruso is not impressed. I suggest you give him a helping hand.
I'll be right there.
I don't even know why I bother. Okay, better get back to work.
Mister? There should be room for all here, man. Oh, no problem.
Let me guess. Conservatives? Just go ahead, man. Yeah!
Yes, hello. I'm hunting for salami. That's a salami craving for days. Lights up whatever goddamn salami you have.
There was a dead rat under my boat this morning. Ah, good. Must mean the poison's working. Let's just hope the escaped critters haven't had time to multiply. Right, waiting to happen. Chef Marcello. I'm the new kitchen hand. Sorry I'm late.
You're damn right you are. Never mind. You can finish this tomato sauce. Maybe you can get it right. I seem to be jinxed. When you're done, ring the dinner bell.
Sure thing, boss. I'll give it some love.
Caruso will be coming to lunch shortly. His last meal, I presume.
Grand connoisseur.
You're on the
Such an
grill today,
exuberant
chef.
bon vivant. I hate the countryside. Okay.
That is Silvio Caruso.
Got me in trouble in the last.
Say what? What's your step, clown?
What the?
Okay, let's see. You. Affirmative. Clear. Yeah, that'll be...
Ever heard of a trash can, idiot? Oh, come on, pick that up. Leave, no, no!
Yeah, whatever, man. Never trusted those guys.
Studies.
Really thinks he's getting away.
Command, I'm here now, and the area is clear.
Hey, you! Wherever you are, you ain't helping yourself.
Command, I have arrived at the location, and it looks clear. Over.
All right, we're in the clear, boys. Little wimp ran away. Maybe he was late for his anal bleaching or something. Stand down. Affirmative. Standing down.
What's up?
Where did that come from?
This is completely unacceptable. Angelina saw a rat inside the great dining hall.
Who the hell are you?
Command, this is Big Dog.
When you're done, ring the dinner bell.
Sure thing, boss. I'll give it some love.
Huh.
Hey, don't touch me.
Caruso will be coming to lunch shortly. His last meal, I presume. That is Silvio Caruso.
I'll remember you.
Well, this is something else. My last gig was with a media tycoon based in Mexico City. Places like that, you can really sense the danger. This town looks like a freaking white telephone film.
Yeah, it's pretty idyllic. Would you believe I haven't loosed a shout since I got here?
Whatever research this Caruso guy is doing, it's been years in the making. It cost billions, right? I think someone was planning something.
Yeah, that's Europeans for you. No edge, no audacity.
My dear mother would be turning over in her grave if she knew how you butchered her family recipe. And on her death day anniversary. Shame, Mr. Wayne. Hardly what I would call a eureka moment. Yes. Oh, God. I'm gonna be...
Hey, don't test me. You look like you've done something you shouldn't, am I right? Hey, you didn't hear me. Sir?
Why are you not listening, you moron? Yeah, you hide. Go for a head. She's freaking gone. See him, anyone? Hey, concentrate what you do. Yourself. Go on. Nothing in my position. Over there! Hey! I see him! That's him. Target this one! That's it! Let loose on that! Get the way off!
Where'd that guy go? Did we lose him? Halt! You, there! You're gonna regret this! What the hell is going on?
I need your help. Oh my God, I found it. My distance over here!
What the hell are you doing? You're gonna fry for this one, you criminal! We both heard that crap!
How you been?
I don't get how the... I'm sorry, this is not for house staff. So, could you skedaddle out of here?
No, 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 no! Give up, stop right now! Hey, you
Target hit! Target! Look at that whip! He's starting a street fight. Made a big mistake. Research this Caruso guy is doing. It's been years in the making. It cost billions, right? I think someone was planning something.
Yeah, that's Europeans for you. No edge, no audacity.
How he butchered her family recipe. And on her death day anniversary.
Francesca DeSantis is evidently having an affair with Caruso's golf coach, Roberto Vargas. A notorious ladies' man, Vargas has turned DeSantis' bedroom into a candlelit love nest and plans to call on her after his golf lesson with Caruso. Well, she should know better than to mix business with pleasure. Target down. Next up, Francesca DeSantis.
Hey, what's for dinner, Cookie?
currently trespassing. Hold it right there. That's that, sir. You're free to go.
Are you lost? Whatever you're doing, get back to the kitchen!
Hey there, Chef. What's up?
Hey, get my soufflés out of the oven, please. Thank you.
I don't like your fake.
Hold it right there, psycho!
You know that sound. Move it slow.
Tug! Hey, you better...
What the hell?
Command, you copying?
Looks like there's a murderer out there.
Hey, what the hell was that?
Okay,
Come
this
on,
sounds
tell
really
me!
bad.
Spill the beans!
Command, area is clear. Please advise. Over.
Okay, people, this is a security announcement. Please... Free.
Hey, stand right there.
Whoa, dude, I saw that. What are you, brain damaged?
Some douche is always
We
trying
got
to...
you.
On your knees. I'm being nice.
Engage. Ours is not to question why, ours is to do and die. Bring you down. Wait.
It's gone.
Look at that whip. It's starting a street fight.
Keep firing.
Gramophone in the dining hall. Looks like a bona fide museum piece.
Yes. Best? Huh.
This is completely unacceptable. Angelina saw a rat.
Absolutely.
Beats me, I got nothing. Yeah!
Everyone going through.
You cannot enter these premises. That's it. One foot in front of the other.
Sarah, you're probably used to this. Just a simple pat down.